Well, the last time we saw you in the ring, you fought Andre Dirrell, who was undefeated at the time. You won by a close split decision. How do you feel about your performance?
Yeah, I was very happy with my performance. I did what I had to do to retain my title against somebody who was being very negative, running and holding. We've seen what skills Andre Dirrell possesses with the performance against Arthur Abraham the other day. But with me, he chose to run and hold. I mean, Abraham sat in front of him with quite a tight guard and didn't really throw many punches and didn't bring much variation to the game. So Dirrell was able to pretty much do what he wanted with him. Against me, he was always having that risk of getting hit and roughing him up and, you know, putting the pressure on him. He didn't like that, so he opted to run and hold. But no, I was happy with my performance. I fought somebody who's very fast, got very fast hands, very skillful, and I was able to adopt my style and beat him at his own game. So I give myself an A+ for that performance.
All right. Now, you had mentioned that you saw the past performance by Dirrell. What did you think of it and its ending?
What, fighting Abraham? What did I think of his performance against Abraham? Was that the question?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought he boxed very well. He put combinations together, body and head. But Abraham sat in front of him almost like a heavy bag would. So it's quite easy to look good against something when there's not much coming back. And Abraham's guilty of probably not working hard enough. He didn't really fire much back, and he had his guard very tight and upright. I boxed people like that myself as an amateur, Eastern European fighters that tend to, in a circle defense, as they say. And it's quite easy to just pick them apart and punch when you want and just move when they attack back. You see everything coming. So I told everybody before that fight, Dirrell would probably outpoint him and look $1 million doing it. Either that or he'll get knocked out. Both of them happened. He outpointed Abraham. He looked good doing it, but he also got knocked out, which was unfortunate for Dirrell. But my predictions came true, that's for sure.
Yeah, he was up quite a few rounds in that fight. Did you think he was going to be able to make the distance if Abraham had not committed that foul?
It's difficult to say. It looked like it was. I know it wasn't counted as a knockdown in round 10, but it was a clear knockdown from where I was sat on the in the point of my lounge watching it on TV. It looked like a clean knockdown. The punch connected up the chin, and he went over. There was a little bit of a question mark around where his feet were in terms of when he fell over. Was it a trip or whatever? But he got hit with a flush punch on the jaw, and he went over. So he was hurt. And after that, he was running and holding and surviving. And Abraham was getting to him and catching up with him, but Abraham was tiring himself a little bit. So who knows? It's $1 million question. Was Abraham going to catch up with him and knock him out, or was Dirrell going to survive? Dirrell probably would have moved and held and survived like he did against me. He's an expert survivor. But unfortunate for him, he slipped over and he got absolutely banjoed and put into a vicious knockout for a few seconds. So I just hope he's all right. But you know, he got the result he wanted. He just didn't want to get the KO he received. But whether or not Abraham would have caught up with him, you need a crystal ball for that. I've not got one.